Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Hopefully surviving the heat if you're hot like it is here, because it's a hot one. I'm melting over in this little corner. Got my little fan going. Might have to kick it up a notch. It's like I'm wearing a dark shirt. Maybe nobody can see the fact that I'm sweating.
We can't tell. Nope.
And so let us know what you're reading. And so what are you reading, Tiffany?
I started first in a new Mafia series. I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not. I just randomly checked it out. And it is the Bratva, so we'll see. Just the Russian Mafia. I act like I know. I know that because of books, not because like I'm in the know. We're wrong. Like,
You've been hanging out in Moscow.
Like,
I can just see it now. Her next video is the things I know because of it.
yeah.
There you go. There you go.
So I'm reading that, and I'm reading Diners, Drive-ins, and Lies. Yes. Which is the first book in the Sunny Side Up cozy mystery series by Misty Simon. And then I'm finishing up Tattered Stars, which is a suspense romance by Catherine Cowles. And I need to start some sort of cozy on audio. I just don't know what that'll be. How about you?
I have to catch up one more chapter in All Good People Here by Ashley Flowers. I'm buddy reading this with Kat, so I've got to catch up to our stopping point. And then after that, I'm going to go back into The Quiet Tenant by Clemence Michelon, which is a very creepy thriller with all the points of view. It's about a serial killer, but all the points of view are from the women that he's captured or done something to.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
Yikes.
She's like, thank you for not giving me that one.
When I sent them and asked them to give me something, I literally said things I don't want: gore, scary, apocalyptic, or dystopian, or scary or gory. So everybody did really good, because other than that, I don't care. I was open to anything, but I was like, I don't want any of that. So.
Yeah, no, this one definitely. No, there's even one of the points of view. I'm buddy reading this book too, and she's like, I don't know that one character. I don't know how this is going to go. So we'll see. What about you, Storm?
It sounds interesting, though. I am plucking away at this one here, so I've got just this little bit left. And so I'd like to finish this tonight, so I'll probably be working on it. First, though, I'm probably going to do a little editing so that either way, I will, like, if I need to do like one more little clip before I make my daily reading vlog and everything. I want to edit it up to that so that if it's during a sprint or after sprints, I can do it real quick and put it up. So I like to make sure I got like the little bit edited, but yeah, I'm working on this one, which I guess I could say for those that don't know, it's the Lost Duke of Wyndham.
Nice.
It's gotten quite dramatic there towards the end. He don't want to be Duke. He wants to marry Grace. See what we got here. Hey, Mary Jo says, hello, everyone. I'm reading Courting Miracles by Nicholas Sparks. Cool. And dinner was burgers and mac and cheese. And don't forget to hit the like button. So thank you, Mary Jo. Esther Jane says, hello, everyone. 70% into Second Chance, A Woman's Murder Club by James Patterson. And a turkey wrapped for dinner. And you're really plucking away at that one. She's like, I think, you just started that one like, what, yesterday or the day before?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
And Cajun says, hi, everyone. I'm reading Wedding Bells and Sunny Shore Bay number 5. Also trying to stay awake. Really trying, but I fall asleep now. I'll be wide awake about to. Yes.
True.
And Michelle says, hi, everyone. I'm reading Patient Secret by Loretta Ann White. had shrimp tacos for dinner.
Yeah,
All this good stuff, and I just had pancakes.
that sounds good too.
Amy says, "Good evening. I'll be reading How to Solve Your Own Murder. I need to read that one. I'm curious about that one, or at least try it." Esther Jane says to Mother Goose, "What a beautiful day in the neighborhood today." Sound like Mr. Rogers. It's a
Right.
beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hi, Amy Underland Books. How are you? Says, "Hello, everyone. I'm currently reading a Fate, Ink, and Blood by Danielle L. Jensen tonight." Cool.
Very nice.
Sounds a bit romantic-y. Is that what it is?
That's what it does sound like, yeah.
That's what it does sound like. Hi, Anita says, "Good evening. Tonight I'm reading Booked on Murder by Allison Brooke, and Thursday Murder Club."
Right.
And
Very
then
nice.
Mother Goose, librarian Amy, said dinner was chili back.
Well, that sounds good too.
And Amy says, "Sorry, I haven't been alive here today. I've been live here lately. I've been busy. It happens. It's okay. But glad to have you." And Anita said, "Sadly, I will only be able to spend part of the night with you guys tonight because I have friends coming over in about an hour or so. But I'll be watching the rest of it tomorrow. Well, you have a nice time with your friends."
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And Tanya said,
James.
"I'm carrying on with the paranormal cozy mystery I was reading last night, Puzzles and Premieres by Elizabeth Pantley. It's a series about a book club that actually goes inside mystery books." Well, that sounds interesting.
That's cool.
To solve them. Goes in mystery books to solve them. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I've ever heard of that. And Michelle says, "Hi, Anita and Esther Jane." And Angela says, "Hello, everyone. Tonight I'm reading Ordinary Times by Annie B. Jones. Dinner was chicken nuggets and Parmesan and noodles and corn." And that sounds really
good. Yes, it does.
Everybody's food sounds really good tonight.
Right.
And Mother Goose, Amy says to Esther Jane, "Yes, here too. Like fall, my favorite season." Well, y'all, it is feels like 110 here most of the day, so it's definitely not feeling like fall. And Anita says hi to Carolina, and Kim says hi, y'all. And Anita says, "Hey, Kim, how are you feeling today?" And stop that. Angela says that sounds like a very good read to Tanya reads. It does sound really interesting. And Emily says to Amy, "I hope you enjoy it. I just DNF'd the sequel."
Oh. So, but I will say it probably is a fantasy or a romantasy with since Emily is talking.
At least it was a good guess. I figured it was something like that.
Yeah.
And Kim says, "Hey, Anita, feeling mad today. Too hot. I feel you on that. It is too hot."
I read that really different.
Too. And Amy, hello. Mouse work here. And Kim says, "How are you?" And Michelle says, "Hope you're feeling better." And my dinner was a meatball gyro. Yummy, Anita. Or a hero.
Hero.
Hi, Cal. Says, "Good evening. I'm hoping to finish 7 Secret Spellcasters by Lynn Kempen tonight. It's the 7th Kitchen Witch mystery. I love this series. The world building is so creative." I really do need to give that one a second chance. Like, I read the 0.5 in the first book, and that's it. I really need to give it more.
I think I read the first 3.
But I do say she's been very creative with being able to put the number of the book in the
title.
With it being a paranormal. Sometimes that works with certain types of books, but like 7 Secret Spellcasters and stuff like that. I mean, it's creative. Anita says, "I'm doing okay, just tired." And they says, "Hi, everyone. I'm still battling a headache and back creak in my neck, and lots of stretching not helping, and being a side sleeper is not helping either." How was school today? I think the day you said was like your first full day back or something.
I
A full
think first day with the kids, I think.
week or something.
Mm.
And Esther Jane says to Mother Goose, Amy, just perfect. And Annie says, hi everyone, I'm reading Vice and Virtue by Louis Klein.
How is that? I'm really excited to get to that. How is
Is
that?
that her new series or
Yeah.
new book?
Yeah.
And that's the one. Is that the one that's not supposed to be quite as cozy? It's not.
I think it's more of a general kind of cozy adjacent, and it's the one with the guitar. I think it's got like a guitar or music somehow involved, or on the cover. I think.
Amy Underland book says to Emily, it's so far it's okay. I like the Ashen series by Demi way better so far. Emily says, I'm going to work on Elesto, I don't know how you say that, young adult fantasy centered on a Lipan Apache girl who can bring up ghosts. I've heard of that by looking at the title, but I don't know how to pronounce it. And he says, I'm a side super too, so I know what you're talking about, Emily. Kim says, I finished the Eve Mallow number 6, starting number 7, and started the next Gilded New Part by Alyssa Maxwell. Finally one I haven't read already. Yay!
Very nice.
And Amy said the Ashen series by Demi Winters. Hi, Barbara says, the nurse is coming at 4. We will see. If I'm not here, I'm getting my bandage changed. I'm reading The House We Grew Up In. Only 3 more days before Libby takes it away. I'm on page 8. Oh, hurry.
Yeah, Barbara, I hope you get through it. I hope your appointment goes well today.
Yeah, I hope your appointment goes well too. Hi, the never ending TBR in Kristen's Corner. Hey, everyone. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, Kat says, hello, friends. I'm going to be reading a little bit from The Gunslinger. Stephen King. Tammy says, it's a lot of fun, Angela. And, well, it's 4:05 and not here yet. Uh-oh. Barbara, get on to him. Melmax says, hi, everyone. I'm reading Lord of the Flies by Mel Kempton, a.k.a. Nancy Coco, number 2 in the Kensington Palace Chef series.
Nice.
I think that's there's only series only has 2 in it, and it's another one that was so good. How did it only go 2 books? It was really
when
good.
they do that.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. It was really good. I enjoyed both of them very much so.
And Cajun says Tiffany left you a message on Discord about the book I finished yesterday.
Okay, during the first sprint, I'll check it out. Thank you.
And Mary Jo said, Barbara, how long is your book? Only 3 more days. Guess you better read fast. And Nita says, hey, beautiful woman, how are you feeling today? Tiffany, I hope you are feeling better today.
Yeah, my back is it's still about the same, but I had an appointment today, so I'm hoping that all that stuff helps. And I got heat on it right now, heating pad, so I'm just hoping it's all good for Saturday, so I go to the romance convention. I've never been to a romance book convention. I wouldn't travel for one, but this is in Orlando, and somebody here that I'm friends with was like, well, let's go together and we'll just stay one night, because Orlando's only like an hour and 15 minutes.
That'd be fun, yeah.
So, but I wouldn't travel for one. But I'm like, yeah, like, why not if it's that close? So, but, at these conventions, you just walk, and then I bought 3 author signs. And then, and so I'm like, come on, please don't let my back be up. So, fingers crossed, but it'll be fine.
It will be fun. And I'm doing okay. I'm just hot.
And thank you for asking, Nina.
And Emily says, I knew what you meant. I feel Jensen really toes the line to adultery in that book. Yeah, and there's another how's the back.
Thanks, Emily.
Wow, you read a lot. Yeah, it's because I'm listening to it. It helps.
That's awesome, though. You are almost done.
Yeah. And it looks thick. It looks like a really thick one, but it's only 371 pages. So
Wow, it does look thicker than that.
it
Like a
does
lot.
look a lot thicker than that. But the print on this one is fairly decent, so I wouldn't have to squint with my eyeballs if I was trying to read it like some of my other books that I have. And so Never Ending TBR Kristen Corner says I'm starting What Was I Ever Here by Naomi Loud for a book club pick. I see the need for tissues in my future.
Oh.
And Mr. James says, yes, I started it yesterday. That's what I thought. You better take your time because, soon it's going to be Beaumont time and you don't want to have to start another book and then hurry up through it. And I think we're starting Beaumont on the 24th, I believe. So you probably fit another book in there before then. And Angel says, hi, Storm and Tiffany and Lee and everyone in the chat. Hello. Says hi. I'm going to do a couple more and then get into a sprint. So Amy says to Emily, I haven't gotten to that part yet, but it's more banter heavy. I wanted more Viking fantasy heavy, like the Ashton series. And yes, Faith in Blood is a romantasy book.
I want more Viking heavy too. I said that out loud. I was just...
I was agreeing. I was like, I would.
I would love for there to be a Viking romance that was like contemporary, because I'm not really a big historical, but also like not fantasy. Can I get that? Like just like.
Well, you could get that if like he was in historical times, but he hit some kind of time. What is it like?
Time travel.
Time travel thing to the current day. Would that
but
work?
I don't like sci-fi time travel stuff. So like. Yeah, see, Storm, I just can't make it. I'm gonna,
Oh. And Kim said she had Cece's pizza for a late lunch. Yummy. I haven't had Cece's pizza in forever. Used to like to go to.
Never eaten there, but they used to have them around St. Louis, but I've never been there.
I don't need to say we don't have them here, so.
But you have better pizza places, probably.
Different. Yeah, different.
Are there chains, or is it more like authentic, just pizza places?
Well, we have Pizza Hut and Domino's.
Oh, you do have, okay.
Yeah, but no, mostly like pizzerias. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is where you get the better pizzas.
Oh.
So, I mean.
Yes, but when I want Pizza Hut, I want Pizza Hut. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
why would you ever want pizza with all the pizzerias around? I don't think I ever would. I'd be like, it's like, once you have like a good wine, I'm like, I can't go back to the
hot box of wine.
You've opened the door to Pandora's
box.
Yeah, like the first time I had like a Chicago deep dish or whatever, I was like, oh, this is like so yummy. I never had anything like that before.
So good.
Well, and it is yummy, but like that's not like at least where I'm at, not an option to have every day. I'm just saying, like, if I had the option every day to eat like authentic pizza, I don't think I'd ever think, hey, I don't feel like cooking tonight. Let's have Papa John's. Like it just wouldn't.
I guess it would probably depend on my price range and budget at the time.
Well, I was also going to say that there's a difference between a $25 pizza and whatever $6.99 at Little Caesars.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that. Yeah. That's way different.
Okay, we go to Domino's because they have like the weekday carry out at $6. It's like $7.99.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, that. Yeah. Because I would. Yeah, $25 is expensive. Okay. Okay. I retract my statement. I never even thought of that.
And Tanya says the rain we finally got last night after Chad has brought the cooler weather. I love it. I'm jealous. Kat says I also need to read my short story from today from the 100 hair-raising little horror stories. It's Duck Hunt by Joe R. Lansdale. I'll start with it since it's only 3 pages long. There you go. We get that done and over with.
Check off the list.
I am so impressed by you, Kat. I she's very brave. She's like, I'm reading horror stories. No.
And she says, I'm surprised that Sarah's not on. And that's because she's still in the hospital, right? You know?
Yeah. I checked on her earlier today and she said she was, but she said that she was doing much better and to let everybody know that she had that she thought she'd be home by this weekend and that she's doing okay. And I
Getting the
think
care
that
she needed.
I think that it's not directly transplant related. So that's good, that's good news and everything. And she said,
Yeah,
thanks
well,
for
and
thinking
she
of
was
us.
so
Real good
nauseous and
spirits.
not eating that she was probably getting really dehydrated and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Well, and she
she's
was having
getting the
those
care
stomach
she needs.
problems with
Yeah.
the fluid. So,
So yeah, she's where she needs to be right now, getting that taken care of anyway.
yeah. But
And
she
so
will be back, Lisa. She will be back, my friend.
we will go ahead and jump into a sprint and read to the top of the hour. So happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
Happy reading.
So how did everybody do?
I am on chapter 3 of the mafia romance. It's good so far. I don't know how it's gonna be, but so far so good. They're fairly young, they're college age, and that's a little like on the so we'll see.
Okay. Are the girls college age or are the guys?
Both.
It's funny, you'd go to college and be in the mafia at the same time. You figured you'd pick one or the other.
So it's
what if mafia-ness doesn't work out, you get a doctoral degree or something?
Well, maybe their parents are mafia, so that makes them mafia.
Okay. Well, so it kind of sounds like where we're going, which there's another series like this too, which I haven't read, but I know about, so I think it's interesting. But it kind of sounds like there is a university for mafia people, almost like a Harry Potter, but like each house is a different, like here's the enforcers and here's the
like Harry Potter, if you're trying to kill each other.
And
gotcha.
And they're like, once you're there, no matter if you're friend or foe, you're fine. And there's another mafia series. Again, I haven't read it, but that's almost exactly like that concept. So I find this very interesting. I'm not trying to make or start any rumors. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So, but but even that concept is really silly to me. Like, really? There's like, you're going to be in the enforcer house. We teach you how to break kneecaps.
I've read a young adult one where they go to school to be assassins or whatever, like they're all assassins and stuff like that. So I guess their parents were assassins. They send them to school to assassin school.
Yeah. I like that type of stuff though, because it's just like, suspend your disbelief, go into it, sure.
Yeah, I actually think that the premise is fun. Like, I think it's silly, but I think that's fun. More for me, I'm concerned about the age. Sometimes when they're like that young, especially how spicy it is, I'm like, ooh, it feels a little icky to be my age and reading about that age doing those sort of activities. I'm not saying that someone at that age isn't at the age where they can consent and do those things or judging them at all. I'm saying me reading it at the age I am
feels a little creepy.
Feels a little like, oh, okay.
I get it.
It's like reading young adult romance. I don't mind it if it's like just a little romance, but if it's going to go all out, then I can't read it. It's just too icky.
Yeah.
I get it.
Exactly.
I ate dinner, which was hot dogs and beans. And didn't realize I was on chapter 4, so I need to read 4 and 5. So I'm halfway through 4. So. What about you, Storm?
And I said I was going to edit, and I didn't because I had to go downstairs. So I was listening to the book. So whenever I come up here, I was listening to the book. So I just kept listening, and so getting closer, I got like this much. I'm like 90% into it, I think.
Yeah, you're really close.
Yep.
Yeah. Boy, there's all kinds of reveals and kinds of things that happen.
Nice.
Almost, it tried to make me tear up there for a moment. I was like, "Now, calm yourself, book. I don't like that." Especially, it's when the main male character was all happy, and it's like, "Stop it right now!"
Right.
I was like, "I lost my spot. It moved on me." Okay, there we are. And Becky says, you're reading a book club, The Troublesome Woman by Marie Boswitz for my real life. Cool.
How is it?
And Emily says, we're not talking about school because I'm not happy about something that's going to create more work for me. That is such a bummer. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Mm-hmm. That's a bummer.
Yeah. Toya said, still reading A Murder Between the Pages. A bit of a reading slump, but I shall get through it. All right.
There you go.
It's going to be a long year. Yeah.
Mm.
And Tonya says, sorry to hear about that, Emily. Our kids start the first week of September. I start 2 weeks later. I'm the librarian. I hope I don't have bad surprises you did. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of sucks. You're like, you're all ready to go, and then they like throw something at you and throw you a curve or whatever.
Yeah.
And he says to Emily, sorry, I hope things get better for you during the school thing. And Anita says, no, Mac, I love that series. And Michelle says, Kat, are you enjoying All Good People here?
It is interesting so far. I don't know where we're going with it. So, yes.
Is it a thriller?
Kind of, yes. There's two timelines. There's one about a little girl back in like the early 90s who was like kidnapped right out of her house. And 2019 time, a woman has to move back to this town to take care of her uncle. And she was the age of that little girl at the time, so she knew her. And now in a neighboring town, another little girl was kidnapped very similar. So
okay.
So we're going back and forth.
Cajun says the Kensington Palace Shift was a good series. I wish there were more too.
Yeah, 2 books. Like, dang.
Yeah, Mel Max says, yeah, only 2 books in this series. I really like the first one, and this one's good so far. There are several 2-book series that I would have liked to see continued. Yes.
Melmac, totally agree. Melmac and I are like jiving lately. Yes.
When it's not lemons and whatever the other fruit is, you guys get along great.
And cherries, if we can put aside our differences.
And it's like, yeah, I don't even consider them duologies. I consider them 2-book series because
they should have been more.
Yeah, because there should have been more. They're not like meant to be a duology or whatever it is,
Because I feel like I'm with you, Storm. I feel like if you're going to call it a duology, like you knew from the beginning, like you were planning for something just to be 2 books. It's different when you're like, okay, here's this new series, and then it just happens to go 2 books. To me, that's just a series that went 2 books.
Yeah. And like in this series here, it only has 2. It has this one, and then his cousin, who's supposed to be the Duke, is in the next one, and that's it. There's just 2 books. I was like, that's weird. There's just 2 books. I thought I'm going to get this like at least 5-book series from Julia or something. It's just 2 books. Barbara says the book is 412 pages. The nurse will be here at 4:30.
Well, I hope you got some more pages read because it's due in 2 days. No, Barbara, you got this.
You can do it. Can you renew it from the library, or is somebody waiting on it? Because
probably someone waiting. That's why.
Because that was always my luck. It's like, crap, somebody's waiting on it, so I'm trying to hurry.
Always same.
Yeah. If it's a book that I'm not really that interested in, I can renew and renew and renew. But if it's something that I'm really kind of interested in, but I just haven't got a chance to get to it, somebody's waiting on it. So.
Always.
Oh, yep.
And Tommy says, I hope you tell us about it afterwards, too. Probably the romance thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Take some video clips or something.
Yeah, the person I'm going with, I don't know if I'll like vlog anything, but I'm sure we'll have pictures, and I'll definitely tell you guys all about it. I'm excited.
Also, it's like you can take pictures of like you with the author or something. Yeah. Your picture, and then you can kind of just put it in or talk about it. And slide
absolutely.
Yeah, because it's kind of hard to vlog when you're with somebody, especially if that person's not like on BookTube and doesn't want to.
Right. It's also going to be interesting because Saturday night there's a like party like dress as your favorite book character, and we were like laughing because it's a romance theme. So I don't think people are going to come dressed up as like Agatha Christie. And my friend's like, oh, we're going to be seeing like some interesting costumes because
I bet.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's just an odd theme when it's a specific genre. If it was mystery, I get it. Like, come as your favorite detective or something like that. But when you just say come as your favorite book character, and it's a romance convention, it leads to like me thinking I don't know.
I think there's a lot of room for historical romance people. There's a lot of room for historical romance people. But some of the other ones, it's like, well, because you could go real fancy, you know, and historical or whatever. You can have a flapper romance and wear your little flapper like thing.
That's true.
I'm wearing a Reading Rainbow shirt. I'm apparently going to be LeVar Burton.
Nice.
Or I am Reading Rainbow itself.
He had a romance with reading. He loved reading.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love him so much.
I've been filling out. I'm trying to get ready to do before summer is over, the 100 Days of Summer tag or whatever that what it is. And one of the questions I think is like dressing up as your favorite character or whatever it is for something. And I was like,
she's like, I would never do that.
Well, no, but I'm thinking, well, all my favorite characters, they just dress normal.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, well, I could just go as this person because then I don't have to really worry about what I'm wearing.
Just normal.
Because it's not like, you know, like a character from Agatha Christie or something where you'd have to dress up kind of, you know, different.
Yeah. Well, and I love to dress up. Like, we all know this. This is not, but I just feel for that. Like, I'm just going to wear a t-shirt and jeans because one, the person I'm going with, I know wouldn't necessarily want to dress up, which is still fine, but I just don't want to make her comfortable. But two, like, I feel like it's weird when, like, again, a romance convention, like I don't know that there's like unless you happen to be reading a historical where, you know, something like that, where you're going to come in like a big hoop dress or something like that, like, or something, I don't know.
Well, because I can just see you're thinking about the mafia romances and you're thinking about,
plus you're not going as a couple, you know what I mean? Yeah. So therefore you can't do like, I don't know, Tarzan and Jane or something like that. You're doing like, you know.
Yeah. And but I'm like, oh my gosh, a costume party and I'm not gonna get to dress up. It's killing me.
And you're gonna see some of those and be like, I could have done that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Okay, I lost my spot. Where am I? Oh. And Kat said to Emily, that's a bummer. Your school threw you a curveball that's going to impact school negativity. Yeah. And then Angel says, have fun at the romance con, Tiffany. I hope your bag doesn't cause problems during the con.
Thanks, Angel.
Me too, Tiffany.
Thank you.
And Barbara says, your back will be fine, Tiffany. I got my legs crossed for you.
Barbara, that's all I need. It'll be great.
And Kat said, Michelle, we made it through the first 5 chapters, but we're learning about the characters. It's dual timeline, which I enjoy. And also like the main character, which we also know the initial conflict intrigue. Mm-hmm. And Tiffany, I want more Viking in my life, Emily says. See? Mm-hmm. And see, and Michelle, with you, everybody agree with you. LOL, Tiffany, I like Viking heavy too.
See? Exactly.
See, we like this idea of the Viking or whatever, and then you talk to Steve Donahue, like when he's on Sarah's channel doing things, and he's like, yeah, the time period, they're all smelly and nasty and gross, and they're having a romance with.
Stop ruining the fantasy here.
Viking would not smell.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like mine would be like bathing in the creek or whatever.
I'm fine. Even if he bathed in the creek, that doesn't mean he smelled. I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm. And he says, Tiffany, Vice and Virtue isn't so pleasant yet, as the main character has a big chip on her shoulder and is mad at the world. I'm guessing this changes somehow, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Oh, that's the Libby Klein. Thank you, Annie. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And Valerie says, hi, I'm reading The Lost Apothecary. I am enjoying it. Just haven't been reading as much the past few weeks. Hoping to get a lot read tonight. I hope you get a lot read too. And Kat says, hi, Annie. Esther Jane says, I just received Before Dorothy by Hazel Gaynor from the library. Libby lined up next for In Between. Uh-huh. I'm curious about that. I'll be curious what you think about that one. Emily says, I asked my students good pizza place in town, and I got Little Caesars and Domino's and as top answers. Yeah. Yeah, it's because that's like their hangouts probably. Like,
Yeah.
go to cheap place to get pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And Cajun says, well, sometimes you want McDonald's and not the gourmet burger.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Emily says Chicago spoiled my good pizzerias growing up. Spoiled by good, yeah. Yeah, if you live around like good pizza places and stuff like that, I'm sure it's easy to get spoiled. Yeah, I figured you meant Domino's. I've never heard of a Dominique or whatever. So I'm like, Tim says I just want cheese or pepperoni. So $5.99 buffet works.
There you go.
That's perfect, Kim. Perfect.
I like ham and mushroom, but I guess because the ham is so thin, Dad has trouble with his chompers. Because a couple of times ago, whenever we got Domino's, he's like, "Can we not get the ham? Can we just get like mushroom and cheese or whatever?" And I was like, "I guess I can doctor it up at home because I had like some little chopped ham or whatever and stuff."
There you go.
So we've just been getting mushroom and cheese because the $7.99 carryout's like one topping, so you just get mushrooms or you get ham or whatever. So
Yeah, you put your own stuff
he
on.
doesn't like pepperoni, so there would be no pepperoni for us.
Mm.
He would rather get cheese pizza than a pepperoni pizza.
Okay.
And Kristen says, I miss Papa John's for their sauces and meal deals. I feel the same way about Mexican food. Some days I have Taco Bell money, and sometimes I have Mexican restaurant money. Yes.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, because the one place that we like to go, if we go there and eat, the things that we like to eat, we're going to be spending about $35 now. So it's like, Taco Bell sounds really good because
Exactly.
And Christina says, hi, Stormy, Tiffany, and Lee. Remember to hydrate, feed thyself, check the laundry, take meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure you sub and ring that bell so hopefully you get notified. Thank you. And Tony says, I really hope so. Sarah feels better soon. Yes.
Absolutely.
And Christina just finished my book, Bountiful Magic by Iris Beaglehole. That just cracks me up. Beaglehole. And now Hoopla is being mean and won't let me get the next one until midnight.
I don't
understand that because I've never had that problem, so I don't know. Because every time I go to get something off, I can always get something, so I've never had that problem. But it's crazy that some of them you can't get stuff.
Certain libraries do it.
Yeah.
So I've had it happen a couple times with certain libraries. But what I don't understand is if I get 20 credits a month, what's it matter if I check it out at 8:04 p.m.
Right.
or if I check it out at 2 a.m.? Like, what's it matter? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's a credit either way.
It's a credit either way.
Yeah.
Is it the fact that like too many people are on there at the same time and so they're trying to spread it out? Or?
I think so. They try to like limit you because mine used to say that you couldn't get to midnight. I'd be literally up at 12:01 and it'd say, sorry, all the borrows are gone for the day. And I'm like, it's 12:01. Who else is up?
Right.
Waiting.
Everybody else that wanted
to check out this book from the library. You know what I mean? Right. It's like, come on.
It's like all the Hoopla people are up at 12:01 trying to get
waiting to get their book. Exactly.
Well, if it's like 12:01 and everything's already filled for the day, they need to figure out a different system. Like A through G last names are on Monday because that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is crazy. And especially if you have like so many and you want to get them before your month is over and be able to read them, and it's crazy that you have to like wait. And she said, so she's going to watch Gilmore Girls with the boys. Nice. So leaving you up, but in case I don't make it back, thank you for hosting today, Liz, and have a beautiful night and sleep sweet. Well, I hope you have a fun time watching Gilmore Girls. And Angel says, hi, Kristen, and enjoy Gilmore Girls. And that is very mean of Hoopla. Yes, it is. Right? Oh, and here we go. Hi, Angel, Angela, Tanya, Kristen, Kim, Emily, Cajun, Esther, Kat, Annie, Michelle, Barbara, Melmac, Anita, Amy, and Amy, Toya, Becky, Lisa, Mary Jo, Cav, and everyone I missed. And they're saying hi and waving back. And I get that every once in a while, Christina. Yeah, that's just a bummer. Hey, Elizabeth. Hello, everyone. I had some oral surgery this morning and it went well. I also subscribed to Walk and Fit app on Saturday, so I've been doing that.
Ooh.
I'm also listening to The Book of Doors by Gareth Brown.
Nice.
That's
Very
amazing,
productive.
Elizabeth.
Your surgery went well, and
Yes.
I've always been curious about the Walk and Fit apps, but you know, the ones that make me like have to pay for something, I just don't want to do it because I don't know how it's going to be.
It's understandable.
So I hope it's a good one. And PK says, "Hello, just had door-to-door salespeople knock selling windows. It's 100 degrees outside. Okay, no, thank you." And PK says, watching a favorite Reactor Watch NCIS episodes. He does 2 a week on Patreon. He's up to season 6, episode 14 and 15, and will probably crochet while viewing. That's cool. I watched, well, I watched a little bit of it because I was curious, but somebody, I guess, talks about like Murder, She Wrote episodes, and she was watching what's supposed to be the worst, what everybody, I guess, on like Reddit or something says is the worst episode of Murder, She Wrote, and I was like, I don't think that one's that bad. And I can't remember what it is, but it's the one where for those who have watched Murder, She Wrote, where that guy's been in jail for 20 years and he comes back kind of to get revenge on, and it's some of the students that she had whenever she was a teacher. And he's come back kind of for revenge, and he's like following them around and making them all nervous and trying to figure out who was the one that actually done it because it wasn't him and everything. And I'm like, I think that one wasn't that bad. It's not a favorite, but I didn't think it was the worst. I still think number 1 is the worst, if you ask me. I always like skip the 2-parter number 1 and go to Deadly Lady, which is number 2. I don't like the Sherlock one. That's the one where they have the 2-parter one. Hi guys.
Hi. I don't know if there's anything I don't like. I think I like them all that I've seen. I remember.
Well, I mean, it's okay. It's just not my favorite. And whenever I'm like can go back and watch them, I'd always skip over that one because I don't like it so much.
Yeah.
But if it's like on a like sometimes I'll watch it on something where you don't have no choice about what you're watching because you can't just watch it. It's not like. I feel like in that one she's just really frumpy and like old lady-ish or whatever in the first one, and I don't know, it's just weird.
Gotcha. I feel like my hot take is I love Murder, She Wrote, but if I'm gonna watch one of those, I always put Columbo on.
Sorry. I've got Columbo on right now.
Oh, okay, good.
I've been watching Columbo for a while.
There's just something about like he's so bumbling, and I love when the pompous killer thinks they're getting away with it, and they're like, he's so out of
it.
So
silly. He doesn't know what
always. I mean, I just There's.
But did you know? Trivia. Did you know that Columbo first started out as a movie in 1968 called Prescription Murder?
Did not
know that.
Yeah, he's so young looking in that. He's got really short hair and he's so cute. I've never seen Peter Bolt like that.
But all of those episodes are like movies. The length of them.
Yeah, but this one was in the actual season for Columbo didn't start till 1971.
Oh, so interesting. No, I did not know that.
Yeah, and so in like the first one, and when you watch the first episode in 1971, his hair's grown out a little bit longer. It's not quite like he is in a lot of the episodes, but it's a little bit longer. But yeah, he just looks so young in that one.
What was the original movie called?
It's called Prescription Murder.
Of course, I gotta look it up to see what he looked like.
He's so young. He's so cute. And Michelle said, read 3 chapters and had a protein bar.
Very nice.
And Amy said, hi, Christina. And Emily said, Elizabeth, your oral surgery went well, and you have to tell me how you like the Book of Doors. And that's great, Lucky. I try to do 10,000 steps a day, but it's been so hot lately.
Good for you, Michelle. That's
And I've
amazing.
seen some of those walking, the apps that are trying to advertise for walking that says that not everybody needs to walk 10,000 steps. You need to find out what your steps are for walking. And I'm like, is it true or not? But I don't want to sign up for your thing to find out. It'll tell me I need more than 10,000 steps or something. And I'll be like, no. And Amy got to 33%. And hi, Amby. How you doing? And she's no Sarah today yet. No, she's in the hospital getting better because she's where she needs to be. 63%, 10% in. And we got the 248 of 353. We got 79% in booked on murder. Didn't read, was distracted by Instagram and the family. That happens sometimes.
Yes, it does.
Cajun says, this is pretty cool. I got an email from Publix with a coupon for free dessert for my half birthday, February to August of 6 months. Never got something like that before.
Nice.
Oh, that's really nice.
And 20 pages. And about 50% into the Apothecary Diaries by Natsu. Yeah. We ain't even gonna try. No, it is the light novel. It is set a fantasy version of ancient China. Yeah. Hi, Jules. Says hi, lady. And Amy says, I am in Instagram myself. I also recently started a book talk account as well. Oh,
nice.
That is cool. I tried the book talk thing. I just don't think that one's for me. I tried it. I'm just not good at it. And it's kind of the same reason I don't like doing shorts. I need something if I'm going to I need something that's set up just for this way all the time because I don't want to have to move my tripod every time I need to do something and things like that. And so yeah, I just like this. Okay, I just noticed the time, so we should probably read some more.
We should do that.
So we will go ahead and read to the top of the hour if that's okay with everybody.
Happy reading.
Good. Happy reading.
Okay, happy reading. So how'd everybody do?
Good. I found my next cozy mystery audio, which I started. Senior Moments Are Murder. It's the third book in the Paul Jacobson cozy mystery series by Mike Beffler. The guy lives in a retirement community and he has short-term memory loss. So if he goes to sleep, he can't remember anything, like who he is, who other people are to him. It leads to some, hinky situations. Very funny, but the humor is not for everybody because he's very self-deprecating about his age and his issues with memory and stuff. So, but if that doesn't bother you or you think, it's it's very good, very funny. How about you?
I had to go downstairs and then I edited so that way whenever I get off here I can do my little clip, edit that, and then plop everything in. And I was trying really hard to get done, but I'm at 96%.
Oh, so close.
So close. And I really feel sorry for Jack. He really doesn't want to be Duke. And so let's see. And so Kat said that on the last run she had to deal with the dogs first and then red duck hunt. It wasn't scary from a supernatural stance. Coming of age, rite of passage. The twist is the duck that is hunted, but no explanation why. And then says, I guess you, the reader, gets to decide. And I don't like those kind of stories. And that's one of the things about short stories that I don't like, is because a lot of times short stories will do that where you're left there going, huh? And I don't like that.
Yeah. I'm not a big short story person at all, but I don't want anything to be left. I don't like ambiguity. Like, it's the job of the author to tell me the story. I shouldn't need to make it up the ending myself and decide.
I don't like the open-ended stories at all.
I feel like it's usually because they don't want to alienate one way or the other. So they do that because they don't want to okay, I could go this way, but it might upset these. I could go this way. Just pick. I don't know. I just think it's the author's job.
Go with it.
Yeah. I just think it's the author's job. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Jim Butcher in the Dresden Files didn't care if he ticked off a whole bunch of people because he, in the last book, oh yeah, I'm still mad. But yeah, so I was gonna say something. Oh, see, I'm reading Side Stories, which is the Dresden Files, but it's a bunch of short stories about the world and about Dresden, and I don't really mind that because you already know kind of the world, and they're just little snippets of things in between the big stories or whatever that I can handle. But when it's a whole bunch of horror short stories or whatever, and you don't really know the author and you don't know what's going on, I don't like the open-ended ones. I sit there and I look and I go, I don't get it. And he says hi to Kat. Kat asked her how she's doing. And Milmac says, Tiffany and I see indeed jiving. We're going to have a chat over glasses of cherry lemonade soon.
That's right, Milmac. That is right.
And Kate just says, I think of duologies or trilogies, the same storyline continuing. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And Jill says, how are you liking it? Brenda Novak's book group read that last month, and I looked cool. And he says, Kat struggling with pancreatitis flare up, trying to force food so I don't lose more weight. Down to 86 now. Wow. I'm getting a lot of reading done anyway.
Oh, Annie, I'm so sorry. I hope that you get feeling better soon. That's terrible.
Ambi asked if any of y'all seen the announcement videos for series September, and yes, I have. I don't know about anybody else. And I'm trying to fit in seconds in series for my seconds in September into my Everbloom Academy those. It's the ones that has prompts, and I don't like prompts. And I'm trying to. And you would think that I would have no problems with this one because it is a book that is after earlier than 2015. So it can't be 2015. It has to be earlier than 2015. And you're like, you have all kinds of retro books you could. But I was trying to do middle grade because it's a middle grade readathon. So I'm trying to fit as many middle grade books in as possible. So I'm going through my little second ones in there. Lo and behold, I wanted to read this one, and it came out in 2015. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" But I found I am on the second book of the Trixie Belden series, so that is way way early. So
yeah.
So I was like, "We'll just do that." But yeah, that's what I was trying to do while I was listening, is make my September TBR. Struggling. How was your reading? Did you just eat, or?
I did get caught up, and then there was a controversy about expired yogurt, so I had to go take care of that situation.
And PK said, come in your favorite satin nightie. I think they need to be.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking is gonna they'll be in like cat suits, and I mean, to each their own. I'm just
or less than a nightie. Oh my goodness!
A flesh-colored bodysuit and some handcuffs. There you go.
Yeah. That's where I'm thinking that, because I don't think people are coming dressed as Sherlock Holmes. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Considering it's a specific, genre, but
And Ambi says, "Will anybody be participating?" Ambi, where are you? We all read series here.
I was about to say, that's all I read is series. So this is like my thing.
Every day.
That's what I read. I'm like, I read series all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I need to look at the prompts to see if I can fit some of their prompts in with the books that I'm already reading. But I don't really care if I go off of their prompts, because they don't either. They're just like, read series books. That's what you're supposed to do, which is what I do anyway. Try to fit some in there if I can. Make a little bingo or something, maybe.
There you go.
And Cajun said, considering some of the women on some romance covers have issues with their clothes trying to go off, there could be some interesting choices going on. Yeah,
true.
This is what I'm thinking, ladies. All of the stuff you're saying is exactly what, and hence why I'm wearing my Reading Rainbow shirt and a pair of jeans. But I'm so disappointed. I might wear my big yellow hat though. Like, how can I not?
You're dressing up as a contemporary woman in a romance.
I mean, you're asking me not to wear a costume. Well, they're not asking me not to wear a costume.
No, they're asking you to wear a costume. I think you could get creative with it, but again, like you said, if your friend doesn't want to do this, then it makes it weird that you will and they don't.
Yeah.
And Kat says, "Oh no, Annie, sorry you're struggling with pancreatitis. You can't lose any more weight. Prayers for healingness."
Yes. Absolutely.
Thank you, friend. And Kat said, "Yes, Christina released it yesterday." And Cajun says, "So sorry, and you're going through that." Emily says, "I'm planning on doing a series September. Remember, if you read one book in a series, you participated." Yep.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Vikings had saunas. They were clean. I like the way you're thinking there, Emily. Yeah.
I'm with you, Emily. I'm with you.
Barbara's all done. I'm back. Yay. Hope everything went well. In my romance world, they are. Anyway.
Exactly.
And Annie said, "Thank you all for prayers." And Angela said, "Hugs, Annie. I hope you were able to eat something." Carmen! Hi, Carmen. And Michelle says, "I am one of those weirdos that likes pineapple on pizza. Everyone in my family hates it." Ew! I'm with your family on it. And then Liz says, "I want Taco Bell now."
And I'm one of those people that My husband loves I cannot stand Taco Bell. My husband loves it.
I don't eat there.
At all.
I think I've ate there maybe 2 or 3 times in my whole entire lifetime.
No, I love Mexican food. I love Mexican food. But I want to go to a sit down Mexican restaurant. I don't know about it's the idea in my head of fast food Mexican. I don't know why. How is it any different than fast food hamburgers? But to me, fast food Mexican just seems like it should not happen.
Well, see, and we have 2 different, and I don't know if anybody else has a Gringos. I don't know if everybody's ever heard of Gringos, but we have Taco Bell and we have Gringos. And I would rather go to Gringos because they have like a cheese burrito, and it was my favorite growing up. That's where I would go. Like after I get off work at McDonald's, I'd go through the Gringos and get one of those to take home or whatever. And all it is just a whole load of cheese in a burrito. I'm a cheese burrito with a little bit of like taco sauce and some green onions. That was all it was in it. And so so I preferred that place over Taco Bell. So yeah, we just never went to Taco Bell. So Cajun says I do too to Michelle about the pineapple. You, Cajun. And Mary Jo says when my dad was in the hospital, my mom and I had Domino's, and we liked cheese and hamburger on our pizza. My dad liked pizza, so when he was in the hospital, we ate at places he didn't, or he doesn't like pizza. So then they ate at places that he didn't like it. And Kat says, "You're not with Michelle. You're adventurous with your pizza."
There you go, Kat.
Literary Layer, hello, says hello everyone. How are you doing?
Hello.
And Kristen said hi to Kay. And Carmen loves pineapple on her pizza. And Han says, I didn't like Murder, She Wrote episodes that star other people instead of Jessica. Oh, so like whenever it's the insurance guy who was a jewel thief, but then he's not. There was episodes with like him, and then there was one with a private detective. But yeah, I don't mind them, but yeah, they're not my favorites because I always wanted.
Here's a question I've never asked Storm. I don't think. Storm, do you prefer Amos or do you prefer? I can't even think of his name.
Mort.
Amos. Yeah. I like them both, but I think I prefer Amos.
And I think it comes down to Amos was first. Because you got used to him, and then it's like, oh, now we're having and more. Yeah. And I like more, yeah.
But you know, I'm a huge MASH fan, and I prefer Colonel Potter over Colonel Blake. I love Colonel Blake, but I prefer Colonel Potter, and he came second. So for me, I don't know if it's the first thing, but
I've never watched MASH like the entirety or whatever it is. I only know of Colonel Potter, so I must have gotten the last part of it or whatever. I've never, because that's the only one that I ever remember. So I don't know.
Oh well, Colonel Blake was the original Colonel.
Okay.
And I love him, but I do prefer Potter. But I prefer Amos and Mershra. I also prefer Cabot Cove episodes. Sometimes I only watch Cabot Cove episodes.
I do prefer Cabot Cove episodes, but I think that's because they just feel more cozy. And you've got a lot of times they feature some of the people from like the beauty parlor and things like that. So
yes.
And Elizabeth said to Emily, "The Book of Doors is better than I thought it would be. I'm halfway done." Jill said, "My favorite episode took place in Cabot Cove." See, one of my favorite ones is Hit and Run Homicide, and that's the one where it's got the remote control car, and Jessica gets trapped in the car and she can't get out, and it's taking her all over the place. And she's like, "Help!" And people are like, "What is she doing in a car?" But they're not helping her.
I like one of my favorites is the episode where everybody in the restaurant gets food poisoning at restaurant where I can't remember. And
where Amos goes, so does Cabot Cove.
Yeah.
I love, that's one of the things I think I like about Amos is he thinks that everything kind of revolved around him. It's his favorite place, so that's why everybody's going there, because it's his favorite place. And I have to agree, Tanya, that I love Remington Steele as well. So I'm a huge Pierce Bronson fan. So I like.
I have never seen
Remington one that that's never free. It is never
seen it. Is it even does it stream on anything?
I think it does, but a lot of times it's usually on apps that you have to pay for, and so
I'll have to look it up and see what it streams on. Yeah. I've never seen it.
I like it. And Angel says, "Oh boy, I just had to do a phone survey for one of my specialty pharmacy surveys. I don't like surveys."
Yeah.
Kat said I got a couple of Jessica Fletcher books on Friday when I worked for the Friends of the Library, so I'm so excited. Awesome. Kim says, I love Columbo. Jessica just seems so ditzy in the Sherlock one. Yes, that's one of the reasons why I also don't like it is she just doesn't seem like, and all the other ones, she seems a little bit more put together. And then that one, she just seems so I don't know, just ditzy. Which is why I think that when that aired, people must have gave a lot of feedback because it seems like as it went, she became different and stuff.
So. That makes sense.
And Elizabeth says the WalkFit app is fun so far and doable. It has some fun challenges. I did 12 weeks and it was just under $20 so far. I'm using it and it makes it good value. Yes.
Nice. That's amazing, Elizabeth. That's awesome.
And Angel says, oh, that is cool. The cat. And Tony says, I'm unhauling 4 or 5 Jessica Fletcher books. Cat, I got them from the Catlet and from the library. So that's the one thing I don't have a lot of is the Murder, She Wrote books. I have a little small stack. And she's like, what? Oh, Tony, are you on Discord? I'm just curious which titles you have. And Tony says, nope, I'm pretty technically challenged. Oh, you can email me if you want. Let me know and I'll add my email. I don't think anyone here would abuse it. And Elizabeth says, my walking app just has me doing around 500 steps. I usually do a little more, but 10,000 isn't doable for me at the moment. Yeah, that's why I think it's interesting that it says I don't know how they calculate your weight, your height, and things, and that's how.
Well, they said that 10,000 steps a day was just created by people who created the pedometer just as a large round number to get people to buy it because now they felt they needed to hit these steps. So people say that's not even a true.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's why they said. So I'm I've heard a lot of people say that. A lot of people are just if you're just up walking and doing things and that it's good. You don't even have to really try to hit the 10,000. And Tanya says, oh, I can look during the sprint. And Kim says, Jill, those are my favorites as well. If she's on vacation, I want to have co-people with her. Which in the books, I swear, it seem like they go wherever she goes a lot of times which is really weird to me. Once I started reading them, because I'm only on number 4, so I'm late to the game on actually reading the books and everything. But it's just weird that Mort and Seth will show up in wherever she's.
Not just I want to say not just show up, but Mort shows up, and the first one's in another country, and he's in hhis sheriff outfit, and he's trying to arrest people. I'm he's in another country, even if he was in another state. He's wearing his full on he just. I'm sorry.
When you're an officer of the law, you take that seriously.
Yeah,
I guess so, Lee. I guess so.
He is there to take care of business because Jessica is in trouble, and so she needs his help.
There you go.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
And Kim says, Tanya, I love Remington Steele, Pierce Bronson. Yes, Hartford.
I'm totally looking this up. I've never seen it.
And Kat says, Tanya, I don't think you'll be able to put your email in the chat without a wrench. Oh, well, that's okay. Yeah.
You probably do your name, then write AT for @
Yeah.
.dot.
It just
If
can't
you
be a
make
link,
it not
probably.
look like a link or an email, then it would probably work.
Yeah.
Separate it out, like put spaces in between or something. And literary labors that I recently set a goal of 5K. I work from home, so I know I'll be able to do. I
That's
wouldn't be
amazing.
able to do 10K every day. Yeah, that's good to go.
That's awesome.
Jordan says, "Cat, we'll think of something. Can you PM on here?" Tanya, do you have Instagram? I mean, I know you're not technically challenged, but Instagram, a lot of people have, even though they don't do Discord. I mean, I would say maybe, I don't know if Kat has Instagram. I think Kat has Instagram. Tanya says, Kim, it's been my favorite mystery show since 1995. And see, my absolute favorite will always be Scarecrow and Mrs. King. And then it's probably like a toss-up between Murder, She Wrote and Combo, because I really like both of them. And
I've
then,
never seen Scarecrow Mrs. King either.
And I like the Rockford Files. It's one of my favorites to watch because I always like James Gardner. And
I've never seen any of these. I'm going to have to go check them out. But I did start watching randomly Sister Boniface.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of fun.
I enjoy her.
She's kind of fun, yeah. And I like Father Brown, too. Yeah. I
like Father Brown, too.
And Tony says, Kat, going through my ill pile, I found Prescription for Murder, Manuscript for Murder, Killing in the Koi Pond, and Knockum Day.
Wow, nice.
And Carmen says, I miss so much of the chatty bits. My granddaughter had me playing Fae Farm with her. Oh, interesting.
Oh, well, that's fun, Carmen.
Yeah. So, sorry, guys, for hijacking the convo. I'm going to read now. That's fine. No big deal. It was Murder, She Wrote, so we're okay. Kat says, I don't have any of those titles, Tanya. My email is in the description box. My videos, if that helps. Oh, there you go. Yeah. You can email her. And so I don't, that's a repeat. I have to go have a look. I'll send you an email. Thanks. Found it. And so Kat says, I'm hopping off, ladies. I'm dozing and I have to take the dogs out one more time before bedtime. Thanks for the friends. Lovely ladies. Good night. And
good night.
I'll check the email tomorrow, Tanya. Thanks. Bye, Kat. You're probably long gone, but bye. And Esther says, Esther Jane says, I will put this on now. Thanks for the sprint, and you have a good night.
You too.
And Liz said, did read that sprint, was planning, maybe it didn't read that sprint, was planning my TBR for September and October. Boy, you're getting like outrageous there with the September and October. I can't think that far ahead, because then I want to read those books before I get to October.
Agree.
And Emily says, battery's dying, so I need to hop off, and I'm exhausted. Bye, Emily.
Bye, Emily. I hope you get feeling better and have a good day at school tomorrow.
Yeah. And sorry I didn't read this, but yeah, that's what I figured. And Angela says, good night to Kat, Esther, Jane, and Emily. Kat. I'm hopping off now, too. Sorry again for hogging the conversation. You're fine, Tanya.
It was good to see you. Not at all.
And Tanya said, you didn't hog the conversation. See, nobody cared. And Mary Jo says, I'm reading this time. Storm, I watched your weekend review. Yay. And Amy says, got to 38%. And Mother Goose, Amy says, thanks for the sprints. Almost done with How to Solve Your Own Murder. Awesome. Are you liking it? If you're still here, are you liking that? I'm really curious about that one. And Cajun got to 82%. Whew, she almost finished one. 60%. And Jill, 233 of 339 of Summer for the Books. And Michelle says, I have 23 pages left. It's Not Summer Without You by Jenny Han.
So
and
close.
then on to the final book. Look at you go. Whew. Binging those books like that in a series. I just, I'm really surprised how well I've done with Beaumont and Brady and all those. And I think it's because it's like one a month, and it's not like back to back to back to back. I'm doing okay, but usually I don't binge series like that. So really good. And Angel says, good night, everyone, and have a great week. You too, Angel. And Amy says, thank you for the sprints, ladies, and good night, everyone. Good night, Amy. Glad to see you here. And Amy said, read 10 pages of Vice and Virtue, and it's getting really funny. So there we go. We went from
a big line.
So maybe that means that the MC is going to get better. And Christina says, love reading Rainbow.
Me too.
Kim says, I'm still here, but I'm going to say goodnight. Just feeling ugh. Okay, bye, Kim. Hope you get to feeling better.
Bye, Kim. Feel better.
Says, Tiffany, you can wear that hat and tell them it's late and you are turning into a pumpkin. Not technically a costume, just a hat.
True. Very, very true.
And Literary Layer says, Taco Bell tacos have been served lukewarm cold lately. Uh-oh. That's not good.
You can get like that.
And you know what? I think another thing about like fast food taco stuff is, well, if you're eating it there, it's not quite so bad, but it's not very good taking it home. It's kind of like Long John Silver's doesn't really carry well either. You have to eat it there, or it gets greasy, soggy, kind of, you know, and everything, and it just doesn't come back well in the microwave. And so there's like certain ones you just have to eat there. It's not good. And Elizabeth says, I should clarify that I haven't done 12 weeks, but I paid for 12 weeks. I thought that's what you meant.
That's right. Oh, yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I did too.
And suggest for me, take a little quiz where you plug in your info and you can choose how fast or slow you want results.
Oh.
Then when you pay, it gives you your plan. Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
And then Michelle says, Lee, I'm sure you're right. 10,000 steps is probably not a good number for everyone. And there are so many other things that we can do. To be honest, my knee and foot feels horrible after too many steps. Yeah. Like I love going and, you know, thrifting and all that stuff. And I do a lot of walking around there. But after like so much, like my feet start hurting, my knee starts hurting. And I'm like, okay, that is enough walking for me. And I might have only walked like 3,000 steps or something like that, maybe.
But you know what? Any movement is better than no movement. So every little step helps. So.
Yeah, which is why I try to get, like, we go to Antiquish a lot, or we go to Walmart a lot, and basically I do it to try to get Dad to walk around a little bit too, because he just sits there and watches TV if we're not doing anything.
Yeah, I grew up across the street from a park, and there would be like benches, and you'd see quite a few people. They'd walk from one bench, they'd sit down there for a little while, then they'd walk to the next bench, they'd sit down for a while. Probably had some like knee or back or hip issues, but they still made it work, and that was, you're still getting it in even if you take the breaks, so it still counts.
Yep.
Literary Larry says, Map My Walk was a good free out. Haven't used it in a while, so I'm not sure if they started charging for it.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. Thank you. Map My Walk.
And Kim says, I watched Remington Steele in its original run, and oh yeah, Scarecrow. Yeah. Yeah, I used to watch it a long time ago and everything, and a lot of those type things too, which is one of the things I miss about the VHS and things like that, is I used to have a lot of that stuff like recorded, because it would come on, you could record your favorite shows, and I'd have several like VHS tapes of like Scarecrow, Mrs. King, and Remington Steele, and all those I used to watch. But thankfully, I've got all the episodes, the DVDs for Scarecrow, Mrs. King, so I can watch it anytime I want.
Oh, that's nice.
And Kim says, thanks for hosting Stormy and Tiffany and Lee. So glad to see you all. Have a fabulous evening. You too. Sweet dreams in the pumpkin patch, everyone.
Yes, I am.
And Literary Layer says, have a good night. You too. And Christina says, remember to hydrate, feed thyself, check the laundry, take meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure you sub and ring that bell so you'll hopefully be notified. Yeah. And Michelle says, thanks for the sprints, beautiful ladies. Have a great night. Angela says, good night, all. And have a wonderful week. You too. Mary Jo says, thanks for the sprints and see you next week. Christina says, I'm a stay-at-home mama, not treadmill. I walk in place and I get 10,000 plus if I try, but I have to be diligent and do like 1,000 at the beginning of each hour. Right?
That is amazing. That's awesome. Good for you.
And Annie says, thanks for the sprints. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Feel better, Annie.
But I tend to forget to do them. Yeah, that happens a lot. I have a recumbent bike downstairs that just sits there and stares at me because I'll forget to. I'm going to do that in a little bit, and it never happens. And Cajun says, night, everyone. And I think that's everything. And so we said what we had coming up, but Lee, you weren't here yesterday. So what do you have coming up?
Tomorrow I have September new releases coming out.
Ooh.
And if you can't guess, they're all thrillers.
I was going to say, all thrillers. I always like to see which of the thrillers that you like, because whenever I'm looking for the new releases like that and stuff, there's so many.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so it's interesting to see which ones you pick out of all of those. So, okay, everybody. I hope everybody has a fabulous night, and hope the rest of your week goes well. And we shall see you back here on Sunday when it's the read along for the what is that? Main Street Bookshop.
The tea shop. Case of the Blues, number 4.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's the tea shop one.
Karina will be with us at 4. So
it's the tea shop one. See, I'm already confused on which one we're doing when. Tea shop one. All right. The one that I need to catch up on, but I haven't yet.
Well, now's your chance.
Yep. Better hurry up.
Yeah. Okay. So have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Bye, everybody. Thanks, Storm. Bye, Lee. Bye, everyone.